Hello and welcome to this next part of our course on React Native. The fundamental JavaScript ideas that you must master before being able to work with React Native will be covered in this session. For instance, you need to understand what variables, loops, statements, and functions in React Native are. Additionally, we'll explain how to call these items in an application. For the time being, remove MetaBrains, login, and sign. First, let's talk about variables. So var, let, and const are the three primary notions of variables. Const variables are used extensively across all computer languages. So let's first talk about var. For this example, name the variable a and give it a value of 20. One could ask what are var, a, and 20 in this code. Var stands for variable type, a stands for variable name or declaration, and 20 for a's value. Values include null, strings, booleans, arrays, objects, and numbers. These are the primary items that can be given to a variable value. Any value enclosed in inverted commas is referred to as string. So it's referred to as a string. When digits are used instead of inverted commas, the term number is used. So you shouldn't use inverted commas if you wish to use a number as the value of a variable. Currently, variable a's assigned value is 20. How should the value 20 be called now? So go to the text tag in the app.js file, input a in the call, and use curly brackets. The value 20 will now be printed in the application if you save the file. Now, if you set the value 30 to a and save the file, 30 will be printed in the program since var allows you to use the same variable multiple times or assign multiple values to the same variable. In the application, the most recent declared value ought to be printed. So let's move on to the let idea now. Declare the variable let b for this example, give it the value 50, then move on to the next tag, enclose the variable in curly brackets, and save the file. Now 50 applications will be printed if you save the file. Okay, now if you alter the value of b, for example, give it a value of 60 and save the file, 60 will be printed in the application. However, if you declare the variable let b again, give it a value of 60 and save the file, nothing will be printed in the application, and an error will occur. For instance, if you declare variable var a once again, give it a value of 40, and then save the file, nothing will go wrong and 40 will be printed out in the application. It means that you can declare and change variables more than once in a var variable, but you cannot declare variables more than once in a let variable without running into an error. Let's proceed to the final stage, which involves the const variable. So declare the variable const c and give it the value 100 for this example. The value 100 will be printed in the application. If you navigate to the text tag and use curly brackets to call variable c, you cannot declare a variable more than once or alter the value more than once under the const concept. If you modify the value of c again after that, an error will occur. Okay, so it implies that the value of c can only be added once. Alright, next, add the number 500 to another variable you just declared, so const d. Both 100 and 500 will be printed in the browser when you use curly brackets in the text tag. Call the variable d and save the file. It means that you cannot declare a variable in a const variable more than once and then alter its value. These are the fundamental ideas pertaining to variables. Let and const variables will be used the most. Var isn't typically used. Const is frequently used because if a developer accidentally declares a variable with the same value numerous times, he or she should receive an error and be made aware of the problem. Thus, these were the fundamental ideas relating to JavaScript. So functions will be covered in the following lecture. Let's move on.